Hey guys, this is Chris from Rekkid Talk, and so we're going to do 5 records in 5 minutes, and the theme is the year 2018, so that was 5 years ago. So 5 years ago, I was on the verge of turning 50. I wasn't 50 yet, it wasn't going to happen for another year, but I seemed to be buying a bunch of like middle-aged men music in 2018. And so the first record I'm going to show is by Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds. This is actually a 4-song EP called Distant Sky, live in Copenhagen. And so, as I said, it's just 4 songs. And you got Juniper Street, Distant Sky, and it's magnificent album. Why they didn't do a full album, why they just did an EP, I'm not sure, but I'm glad to have gotten it. And so, what should we talk about next? Let's talk about good old Raylan Baxter on orange vinyl. So look at that mustache. And so I first became aware of Raylan Baxter when he did a duet with Caitlin Rose called Shanghai Cigarettes back in like 2010-ish or so. And he's put out, I think, 3 or 4 albums. He's kind of your indie folk, sort of Americana, not really country. He likes to smoke pot, sort of guy. And he had an album that came out last year that was really cool as well. Strange American Dream, Amelia Baker. Just looking at the song titles, those are the 2 songs that I'm having the most memories of, strikes me the most. And because it was 2018, of course, we have to have weirdly colored vinyl. I know I pull out my vinyl like a psychopath. Then we have Aaron Lee Tasjian, however you want to say his name. I know it's like a version of an Armenian name, sort of stylized. And so he's a very quirky indie folk country tinge sort of dude himself. And so If Not When Men, Dream Dreamer, lots of good songs on here. And I know he was involved with John Strom's not debut, his sort of like a re-debut, because John Strom, known for like the Blake Babies and Antenna and all of that, of course, had been in the non-band I'm in the Real World working as a lawyer for the last 15 years. But he did put out an album that came out this year. It might be on my best of 2023 list. And Aaron Lee played guitar on some of the songs on that particular album. And then we got some good music from the lady singer-songwriters as well. We got Vanessa Peters with Foxhole Prayers. This is not my favorite by her. I prefer Modern Age, which came out a couple years ago. She has a new album called Flying on Instruments, which is in pre-order right now. Should be coming out in I think about February of 2014. She's based in Dallas, Texas, but actually has spent a lot of time in Italy as well. Kind of came from a creative writing background before she got into music. And then finally we got Kentucky Colonel J.D. Wilkes, Fire Dream. So this is a solo album. This is not the legendary Shack Shakers. And this is something that I actually bought only a few months ago. I didn't buy this back in 2018. I don't think I was even aware of this album in 2018. But you've got a lot of different sorts of southernish influences besides the ones that he typically shows on the legendary Shack Shakers records. So there's some like southern folky stuff going on. There's like some elements of Cajun music and Creole music going on. He's got guest stars from bands like the Squirrel Nut Zippers and the Drive-By Truckers, which are almost as cool of names as the legendary Shack Shakers. So there's some stuff from 5 years ago that I wanted to talk about.